I'm Dale Cox for 2 Egg TV. We are in Chattahoochee, Florida, and we are looking for the site of Ellicott's Observatory. If you're not familiar with Ellicott's Observatory, it was a scientific and surveying observatory that was established here in Chattahoochee by Colonel Andrew Ellicott in 1799. That's more than 200 years ago. Ellicott had been appointed U.S. Commissioner of Limits by the President of the United States, and he came down to survey the border that divided Spanish Florida from what was considered the United States at that time. Now, the Creek Nation didn't necessarily agree that these two other countries should be drawing a line through their territory, but that's what they were doing. Ellicott came here to Chattahoochee in 1799, and he established the observatory. There's been a lot of debate and discussion about where it was actually located, but we know today, based on some maps that he drew, that it stood at the top of the hill that you see here behind me. You can see the road that goes up in a slope there. At the top of that hill is where Ellicott's Observatory was located. They did astronomical observations there. They did surveying techniques to measure the distance to the point of the where the Chattahoochee and Flint rivers come together to form the Apalachicola River, and that allowed them to designate the site where they thought that the border between Spanish Florida and the United States was located. They were in the process of doing their work here when suddenly Creek and Seminole warriors appeared, and they were completely unhappy about this U.S. surveyor and his Spanish counterpart being in their territory and dividing it up, basically. They told him, you need to leave. They also, raided his schooner, which was anchored in the Apalachicola River. They carried away the rigging or the ropes that went up the masts and some of the sails and any supplies that they could, just to make life hard on Ellicott without actually going to the extreme of attacking him. Ellicott and the other surveyors got pretty nervous. They boarded the schooner and they sailed away down the Apalachicola River, finishing their work here as quickly as they could. That's the story of Ellicott's Observatory, and now you know a little bit about where it was located on the hill overlooking River Landing Park here at Chattahoochee, Florida. I'm Dale Cox for 2 Egg TV.